Welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about how the firm BlackRock just spent $1.2 billion on this stock and how this could shape the future for this stock. Now, before I do that, I want to make sure that y'all do like this video and subscribe because it helps my channel grow and allows me to continue posting this type of content for y'all. And I also would like to announce this giveaway I'm doing. So if I hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2020, so December 31st, if I hit 1,000 subscribers, I will be giving away $100 to a random generated subscriber. So if you want to participate in this, make sure to subscribe and get my name out there. Let's just get into the video and reveal what stock this is. So you can already probably see by the title what stock this actually is, and without no surprise, guess what it is? It's NIO. So this just came out November 6th that BlackRock has filed a 13F HR form disclosing ownership of 53 million shares of NIO with a total holding of $1.1 billion. As you notice that they back in August 14th they only had 42 million shares. Now they have 53 million shares of NIO, which is a change of 24.92%, so around 25.2%. Now this is a massive change for NIO that they just filed for Q3. Now this could have contributed to this massive run up we saw by NIO, but if you don't know what BlackRock is, they're like a hedge fund management that has all these different types of funds, just like how I talked about in the Vanguard video, how Vanguard has different types of funds. They also have these as well. So they have like the Science and Technology Trust, the Resources and Commodity Strategy Trust. So a bunch of these funds, they have bonds, just basically a good overall fund management that a lot of people have a lot of money in. But regardless, this huge news that they have invested $1.1 billion in NIO. They actually have the largest holding of NIO. In the previous video, I talked about how Vanguard has 900 million in it. Well, BlackRock has over $1.1 billion in NIO. So let's break down NIO from a technical standpoint. So on Friday, we had this good run up. We closed 80 cents above where we opened on Thursday, but we did hit highs of 50.60. Now, this could be due to people taking profit, because it's the end of the week and they just want to get that profit, or it could be a sign of rejection and that we're going to actually have a deeper pullback. Who knows though, but this leads me to believe that we are still going to have a good week for NIO just because BlackRock has increased their sharehold of NIO by so much. And I know these aren't too actively traded. I know they manage it and adjust it per quarter, but them adding so much to Q3 is huge. This shows that they have an even greater outlook for NIO and Q4, Q1 of next year. Now, looking at NIO from a technical standpoint, so we had this huge run up before earnings. Now this could be like Vanguard buying it, BlackRock buying it, all these fund managers buying NIO up. This is what could have caused this huge run up. And then we had some type of pullback. This was around the earnings reaction. We didn't have too much of an earnings reaction. It wasn't as much as I thought it was going to be because I wanted some type of pullback down to the $39 range, but I never really got that. So far since then, we have just continued to push up. So last week was really green for NIO besides that initial earnings reaction pullback, and we just took off for the rest of the week. Now, like I said, at the end of Friday, we did pull back a little and actually closed a little red compared to what we opened at. However, that's not a concern to me because if you notice, if any of you are familiar with this candlestick pattern, it's called a hammer pattern, and normally that is a bullish case scenario because you have this long wick and the small candle body at the top, which creates this handle type pattern. However, the reason why it is bullish is because this long wick shows that sellers were present. However, buyers came in and we were able to close the price much well above where it did push down to. So that's why it is a bullish candle pattern, just because it shows that buyers have came in and that they're overwhelming the sellers right now. However, anything could happen on Monday. We might see some type of pullback, but I drew this line out in a previous video how I would like to see some pullback initially to the $46 range, and if we do get that, I'd be looking to add on. But in reality, where I really want to add on to is around this $39 range. Now I assume we will get this type of pullback sometime or another. Let's take a look at the RSI and see how that is doing. So in case you didn't know, the RSI is the relative strength index, which measures if a stock is overbought or if it's oversold. If it's overbought, that can be seen that it's overvalued and that it needs to have some type of pullback. Now if it's oversold, that means it's too many, a lot of people are selling it and it should have some type of bounce back up. However, just because it's overbought or oversold does not mean it has to keep staying that way, or it does not mean it has to reverse. So the stock could stay overbought for months, weeks, whatever, and you should not take a position just solely based off because the stock is overbought or oversold, because it could keep going higher or it could keep going lower. But with NIO's case, we're pretty much staying on the border of being overbought and not. So we're right at that 70 range. However, like I said, I don't trade based off of indicators. I trade solely based off of price action and technical analysis. So from a technical standpoint, I do think we need some type of pullback. However, we got the pullback right here, then we geared up. So I am looking for some type of smaller pullback to the 46 area range, which is why I did map it out. Because if we get lower than that, we'll most likely be making lower highs, and what we want to see it to be making is lower lows. Now, somewhere where I'm looking to load up is, like I said, the 39 range and the 35 range. If we can get a healthy pullback there, down to there, I still wouldn't be alarmed for NIO, just because we've had this huge run up since $25. It's almost doubled its value since the end of October. That's huge for a stock, and that's probably because of BlackRock, Vanguard, and all these firms loading up. So going into the session Monday, I would just like to see how NIO reacts. But I just wanted to make y'all aware that these huge funds such as BlackRock and Vanguard are buying NIO in Q3 and could possibly hold it through Q4 and Q1 just based on how NIO is doing. But anyways, guys, if you like the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, and I still will be doing that giveaway if I hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching this video and stay tuned for more.